The last few days it's been kind of hard being in orbit, at least for me. As I said in my previous video where I talked about Luna and what was going on at that time, this is the first time for me actually being in a K-pop fandom like this, so I don't really know the protocol or how companies work and how the relationship between the fandom and the company is supposed to be. So my knowledge on all that is a little limited because I've been getting a lot of questions about how I feel about things and stuff, and I don't really know. Caskerbox, however, a very dedicated, loyal and amazing orbit that we all know, has taken the time to put together this letter with the results of a poll he did for about 5,000 people, their feelings and requests regarding Luna, and improvements they want to be made, and sort of an overview that he felt would be good to provide for BBC. Which I totally agree with. This is not a list of demands or threats or something like this. Is more of a list of like, this is what you should be aware of. This is what your fans are thinking. At least 5,000 of them. And I have it right here. He sent it to me. So I don't know. Let's just go over it a little. Hello Orbits. I've finished writing an Orbit fandom letter to send to BBC via Luna's fan club with the hashtag from Orbits to BBC. There will be a poll below. I want to only proceed with this plan if 75% or more agree. I have also prepared a Q&A below for common questions. All very lovely and fair said, you know? Dear Blackberry Creative, the Orbit fandom would like to write you a letter regarding sentiments over various events in the recent weeks. We would like to foremost thank BBC and all of its staff members involved in planning, supporting and debuting Luna as a full group, as artists that we have all come to love and support. I think that something kind of needed to be done, because now it's like in the middle of their hyping period for their comeback. As Casker mentions in this post, he would much rather be hyping Hasul's short hair, though we don't know if it's Hasul, but it probably is. Anyway, instead of making this list and put everything together, he merely did it with the best intentions to improve this situation. So thank you, Casker. Okay, I'll go on. As you might know, there have been several recent events that have caused numerous fan sites to close and created anxiety among the fandom. The purpose of this letter is to communicate our thoughts and ask for clarifications. We ask for your feedback and or appropriate actions on the below two recent events. And then the events there I've read about, but I don't know everything about them, so I'm not going to talk about them. And then the survey, the poll. In addition, a survey was conducted to gauge the fandom's consensus on additional topics. We only ask that you use it for your benefit. Yes, because this is to provide information and an overview. This is something that they could have done themselves, but they haven't for whatever reason. Maybe they want to stick to the plan they've been going to for so long, but I think you can do both, because Orbit's a fandom they've created by having this concept and being such a extra group with their lore and the theories. You get a very dedicated and slightly insane, in a good way, fandom. And I get that they want to stick to their plan and keep doing their concept, but you can do both. You can keep doing that while also listening to the fans that you've created. And not like listening as in doing what we're telling you to do, but listening as in just listen. Listen. I digress. Would you pay for a live concert streaming for Luna? 72% said yes. I would do that too. 2. Would you like BBC to sell DVDs or Blu-rays of Luna's concert? 94% said yes. I would too. Do I understand why they don't? Yes. And that's why I'm like a little torn about this. 3. Would you like increased freedom for Luna members to interact with fans via SNS platform, VLive, Twitter, Instagram, etc.? 93% said yes. 6% are indifferent and 1% said no. I'm a little torn about this one too, because while it's hard enough being an idol. Do I want them to be on Twitter? While there are a lot of good things on Twitter, it's also kind of a big mess of toxic shit, which exists everywhere on social media and the internet. You know, it's good and bad, I get that, but just Twitter can especially be, I don't know, which is why I kind of understood why BBC have limited their usage and how they're letting them do it, since I seem to be like the 1%. No, I'm not the 1%. I don't want to say no. And I'm not indifferent either. I just feel like maybe not on one of those platforms, maybe they could do it in the... I know the Fandom app is probably pretty rude to say since not all the orbits have access to that, but maybe something similar to that. And I know of Hyunjin going on Kakao and Shu doing the same kind of when she's telling orbits not to leave the fandom. My heart just breaks. But I know this is what other groups do. Maybe BBC don't want that. Maybe just not right now. Maybe not ever. I don't know. And number 4, would you like BBC to open an online store where fans can buy goods? I would say yes to this too. But we don't know, maybe they have that in the works. You know, it wasn't that long ago they debuted and they're getting ready for their second comeback. I just feel like we can all be a little more patient, while of course providing this list with an overview of how 5,000 orbits are feeling. I don't think there's any harm in that. I think it's only good, and I think BBC needs to do something to show that they're listening. That they care, kind of. They're really getting a bad rep now. It's not good. As I said, I'm gonna link this in the description so you can go and read it for yourself. And now in an attempt not to get any hate comments. So Cookie, how do you feel about what's going on? Yeah, you do that every time. Like, why don't you have a neck? This is a problem. How do you feel about what's going on? Oh. Okay, consensus. I think this list of not demands, but informations is great. And of course I'm gonna link the post below, and I really suggest you follow Casterbox on Twitter if you don't already. I do, but I just try not to go on Twitter too much. I've seen some things about me, so I don't go. Second of all, I don't know what this hair is. Is it good? What was I saying? I just ask everyone to be patient and think of what you say and what you do. Even if it's towards BBC, it may end up hurting Luna. So just trust them a little bit. They've done everything so far. They've chosen all the girls. So I'm not saying that we should stop having an opinion or things like this. Just think of how you express it and what you say. That's all I want to say. It's not that many days left now until the next teaser comes out. I'm super excited. Also, everyone who left comments and have been watching and supporting my latest video about what I did in 2018, thank you so much, because I was so nervous to post that video and I spent like days recording different voiceovers and editing it together and not knowing really what to make of it, but I put it up anyway, and I don't know if it feels good, but it feels like a bit of a relief at least. Leave all your thoughts in the comments and like this video if you did, and subscribe if you want to, but only if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all.